production is underway for Outlander Season 7, and as we know, the show has spawned some pretty great acting talent, none more so than Scottish actor Sam Heughan. The man himself has attracted a lot of attention of late, thanks to his appearance on the upcoming show Suspect. But there have also been murmurings that he has another string to his bow. Today, we are discussing if the Outlander star can really speak Gaelic, so stay with us. First up, let's take a quick look at what he's been up to recently. Well, of course, Heughan has been hard at work for the 7th installment of Outlander, which will be set over a mammoth 16 episodes. The 6th season was reduced in size, thanks to filming being affected by the global pandemic. But Heughan is back and raring to go for a full season, which we love. As well as Outlander, Heughan is set to appear in another crime drama this year, Suspect. The show is a remake of a Danish series known as Face to Face, and we'll see Heughan play the role of Ryan. It tells the story of a detective, played by James Nesbitt, who must piece together his daughter's final hours before she was murdered. Heughan is also involved in another project called Men in Kilts, a road trip with Sam and Graham, in which he travels across Scotland with friend Graham McTavish. The pair are on a mission to rediscover their heritage, and following the success of Season 1 last year, they've also filmed a second season. However, it's unknown when Season 2 will air, so watch this space. And having appeared in SAS Red Notice last year, Heughan will again be on the big screen next year, opposite Priyanka Chopra and singing royalty Celine Dion in It's All Coming Back to Me. This one is about a woman who is suffering after the unexpected loss of her fiancé. She tried comforting herself by sending texts to his old number, finding an unexpected connection. So what about all this Gaelic talk? Let's discuss. As we know, Heughan's character Jamie Fraser converses with his fellow clansmen in the ancient tongue, but of course nowadays it's a dying language. However, some people do still speak fluent Gaelic, so it's not completely dead yet. A lot of the Outlander books feature a fair bit of Gaelic dialogue, which was spoken in Scotland back in the day, but it was virtually non-existent by the second half of the 17th century. And along the way, during the show's run, we've seen plenty of the show's characters speaking Gaelic with subtitles underneath. Heughan's character of Jamie actually speaks 3 languages, as he is able to converse in French as well as English. Heughan has admitted that unlike his co-star, Balfe, he isn't able to speak French, revealing that he actually failed the subject in school. He did admit that it was a lot easier than Gaelic though, saying, "I can understand French, generally, and I can almost read it. I can't really speak it as much." But he doesn't really speak Gaelic at all. The show brought in a Gaelic tutor to help him with pronunciation, but ironically, the only person on the cast to speak the language at all is Irish woman Balfe, who plays an English woman on the show. However, the tutor did say Heughan was able to hold his own after a few days, saying when he got into his flow, he was absolutely unstoppable. He was just glorious. What do you guys make of his Gaelic skills? Next up, Heughan has been speaking about the challenges of playing Jamie. Stay tuned. Of course, playing one of the most popular characters on TV over the past couple of years is great, but Sam Heughan, the man behind Jamie Fraser on Outlander, has recently been speaking out about what it's like to play the man himself. As we know, the character is pretty loyal and protective and often puts himself in harm's way to help them, and he nearly killed himself in Season 3 when he ran into a shop that was on fire to rescue Ian. Viewers have instantly taken to the character thanks to his personality traits, and as a result, the show has grown into the behemoth it is today. However, Heughan has admitted that it's not all smooth sailing playing Jamie, revealing that sometimes it can be pretty challenging. He recently said, "I didn't know anything of the books when I first started, and I remember my first day with my driver, and we were driving into work, and he was like, 'How long do you think this will go for?' And I said, 'Probably a year, maybe 2. He went on to say, 'It will be 10 years next year.' And although it's been incredible, it has also been hard graft, but really rewarding. And when Season 7 rolls around, we can probably expect to see more of Jamie's heroics. I mean, he has to rescue Claire first and foremost, right? Are you guys excited for Season 7? Sam's Whiskey is now available in a particular Edinburgh eatery. Stay with us to hear all about it. Back in 2020, our man Sam launched his very own whiskey named Sassenach, after his character Jamie's nickname for his wife Claire on the hit show Outlander. And just this week, Tom's pal and restaurateur Tom Kitchen, who owns The Kitchen, very clever, in Edinburgh, revealed that he will now be stocking his mate's whiskey in his restaurant. He broke the news via Instagram, posting a picture of the bottle, as well as a caption that read, "Another great addition to our whiskey list," before tagging his restaurant and Heughan himself. The pair became good friends after Tom and friend Graham McTavish filmed an episode of their hit docuseries Men in Kilts in Kitchen's restaurant earlier this year, in which they tour Scotland in search of their heritage. They decided to stop by at Kitchen's place for a bite, and the two have been close ever since. And earlier this year, Sam was also given a shout-out at the 2022 San Francisco World Spirit Awards, as his whiskey was commended for its sublime taste. The Sassenach was crowned double gold certification, prompting Heughan to share on Instagram, proud to share that the Sassenach whiskey was awarded double gold at the 2022 San Francisco World Spirits Competition. Thank you at SWF Spirits Comp for the great honor. While we're all awaiting the fall 2022 release in US and Canada, you can get our award-winning gold in the UK at Master of Malt. So have you guys tasted Sassenach yet? Let us know how it is below. Next up, we're meeting two of Sam's new co-stars for the upcoming season of Outlander. Of course, we know that Sam Heughan and Katrina Balfe carry the show, but there's a whole host of supporting actors who help make Outlander what it is. And season 7 will see the introduction of two more of these characters, including a new doctor in town. Joey Phillips will be stopping by as Dr. Denzel Hunter when the upcoming season rolls around, and he will also be joined by his sister Rachel, who will be played by Izzy Michael Small, who interestingly hasn't appeared on our screens since she was part of the British war drama Another Mother's Son back in 2017. Phillips' last gig was in a British medical drama, Casualty, last year. The pair are reportedly Quakers, whose lives are turned upside down with the arrival of young Ian on their farm, who has an injured William Ranson in tow. The characters first appeared in the book series when they appeared in An Echo in the Bone. Speaking recently about the introduction of the new characters, Starr said Dr. Denzel Hunter has been trained in medicine in Boston and London, and as a firm believer in liberty, he is preparing to join the Revolutionary Army as a surgeon. His young sister, Rachel, is modest but shows flashes of a fiery spirit that attracts the admiration of both William and young Ian. So are you looking forward to meeting Dr. Denzel and his sister Rachel? And finally, Sam has been giving details about his new book and an appearance to promote it. As you probably know by now, Heughan will soon be releasing a memoir called Waypoints, and his homegrown fans will be delighted that they will get a chance to meet their hero when he makes a public appearance to promote the book in the Scottish capital, Edinburgh, this October. He will also be appearing in London for his fans south of the border. The book is set to chronicle his travels along the West Highland Way and the waypoints that define him. Sam actually hiked 100 miles from his house to the base of the highest mountain in the UK, Ben Nevis. And announcing the news earlier this month, Heughan told fans on social media, "Ready to come on a journey with me? So excited that my new biography, Waypoints, is available for pre-order now. Join me as I hike 100 miles from my home to the base of the highest mountain in the UK, Ben Nevis, and attempt to climb it." Will you be going to either one of these events? Let us know below. As always, thanks for joining us today, and remember to stop by again next time for some more fun and games. And why not do us a favor by liking and sharing today's video, while also subscribing to our channel so you don't miss out on more great content in the future. Bye guys!